in the house. We are on location. We are on the move. Now, what I'm going to say here that haven't been said about anything else. Sports viewership. I just did the radio show on Robodo Radio. It was a great show. Now we got to get to this because it's a lot going on. I got a video about Mark Jackson coming either later on tonight or tomorrow morning or around 1 or 12 o'clock. I'm trying to make it back so I can do a StreamYard and do that. But in case I don't, it'll just be a video. But yeah, I do want to talk about Mark Jackson because there's a lot of details behind that. But here's some of the reasons why this new transition and everything was in order. And like I told you guys, Doris Burke was moving up. You didn't believe me? Now you believe me? I said that a month ago when they did the firings. How many weeks ago that was? Jeff Van Gundy got her the job, and now she's gonna take his job. Doc Rivers is gonna take Mark Jackson's job. Yep, I told you. Now, I didn't think they were going to get rid of Mark Jackson, but this is why I'm trying to tell you about the sports viewership. We're going to get to that a little later. Now, let's get to the viewership and what's happening with sports. Now, if you look at popular sports, right, you would think, based on the viewerships, things are doing a lot better than what they are. Right? Let's take basketball. Basketball is one sport, unlike football, unlike any other sport that is seasonal. It is spoken about year round. 365. That's amazing. If you could talk about one sport and talk about it year round, people still talking about basketball, about the NBA, and they're not even playing. That's what other sports dream about. They want that attention. But let's say you take a look at the NBA, right? The way it's set up, the way it moves, and the average viewership per game for like regular season is like 1.7 million viewers. So the NBA averages about 1.7. Baseball averages about 1.2 to 1.3 million views per game. Football averages 16 million views. Let me replay that again. The NBA averages 1.7 million views per game. The NFL averages 16 million to 17 million. About 16.5, 16.6 is on an average. In viewership, this is not attendance, viewership. Now you might be asking yourself, like, well, what does that even mean? Like, I don't get it. Like, I don't get what this big hoopla is all about. Well, here's what the hoopla is about. I said so you're not confused. The reason why is this is why you're seeing so many contracts come out and they're trying to recorrect it is because of streaming. All of the sports world is dominated now by streaming. So how your league is set up and structured dictates your pay now. Now you got to fall back on your pay and your system of paying. Because before, it was different. You had all these cable deals. You had sponsorship deals. Now these sponsorship deals are a little different. The cable companies are losing money. And they are holding you hostage based on your contract that you have with them. So now you can't really expand the way you want to. So you create a new problem. And you might be saying, okay, well, what's the new problem? The new problem is how do we monetize the streaming? No one has really figured that out yet. But somebody's getting rich. You just can't put a finger on who. So because you can't put a finger on who's getting rich, you know it ain't you, but you know your money is light and everybody else seems to be doing all right. And the person that gets hurt is the players. Now, if Major League Baseball has about 1.2 to 1.3 million viewership per game, their attendance is almost at an all-time low for people going to baseball games. Overall, the attendance at these stadiums, get your hair cut at the stadium, nightclubs at the stadium, anything to get you inside of it. And I'm like, if you got all that going on, what the hell do you need? There's baseball going on here. They don't care. You know what they care about? Being first. They caring about breaking the mold. But they're giving like one player $300 million in a contract. Fully guaranteed. And they don't even have what the NBA has. But the NBA is now concerned in being guardian of their money. Somebody's getting money. But why not now? It's because the way it's structured. Football is king. Why? Because it's only 18 games. It's only 18 games, 18 weeks, and then it's the Super Bowl, the playoffs, then there's the Super Bowl, then it's over. It is all over. So when it's all over, you're stuck. You got nothing no more. You want that to be your reality? You want that to be your life? Nobody seems to care anymore. Like even right now, they're blocking this video. Because it's informative. They don't want information anymore. They want people to just be told what to do. Now look at this. Viewerships are down. Actual audience retention is down. Now, some viewerships are going up due to streaming, but revenue is going down. People are not buying that many NBA jerseys anymore. And the reason why they're not buying it is because players keep switching teams. So then they say, oh, well, you can get the buyback plan. Well, okay, I got the buyback plan. When do I get to buy back the jerseys? I don't know where this guy's going to be next year. Is he going to be here for a half a season? And then he's going to go to another team? And this is your major superstars, not like role players. See, back in the 80s and 90s, they didn't even make jerseys for everybody. You had to be a superstar to have a jersey made for you. You had to have done something. Well, the thing is that things are changing in the industry. Now, here are the changes that are starting to develop in the industry. So maybe people could, see it and they can move on and they can go about their own merry way. Because of these new streaming outlets, people are trying to get money internationally more than ever, because international dollar is seen to be reigning in its king. And for NBA, that's what they want. They care about the euro dollar. They got the Negroes, right? We play it. We're going to watch it. They're not worried about the people here. The people here don't normally play it. So it's not a lot of white guys playing basketball here that's going pro. So they don't even think about going pro. These athletes now are taller, faster. You got guys from Africa getting into it now. To Toronto Raptors, a whole African team. So now you got basically most of these white guys, probably like a few of them American white guys getting in. Everybody else is just international. So it's becoming a Euro league. You have it's 450 players in the league. 150 are from overseas. 150. Might be more now, are from overseas. So the game is changing. Back when it used to be like 10 and 7 of those guys. Now you got players that used to play in the NBA going over to the Euro leagues. They're going overseas to play. Because they can't even make it in this league anymore. Now, why is there such a large discrepancy in viewership from NFL games to NBA games? Because, what? Like we said, people like to be jolted. People like the competitiveness of football. Football is about team, not about individuals. If there are certain individuals that make it to stand out from the team, it's normally the quarterback or the running back or one defensive player. These are very special players, and there's a lot of them, but it's more about team. It takes the team to win. They're always focused on the best team, not the best player. Tom Brady was great and was one of the best players in the history of the game, but the team mattered. The team had to do it. Tom Brady can't play defense. He's only doing his job as quarterback. Everybody had a job to do, and everybody's job was important. Football brings that element of everybody can be important in a moment in time. Single game elimination, anything can happen. The NCAA was beating the NBA in viewership. College. Why? Because I told you before, people went to college. A lot of people went to college. They alma maters. So they're going to root for the team. They're not thinking, let's root for just anybody. It's the team. So the team is what matters. Now, what is this going to do? Contracts in the NBA, have you saw this year? They're blaming it on the CBA. They just signed a new CBA. But as you've seen, certain players are not getting contracts anymore. What they're trying to do is edge out all these people they want out of the league. Like Russell Westbrook, a guy who was MVP and all of these things, greatest teammate ever. Everybody's saying, Russ is great. They want Russ out. There's no way Russ should be not getting offers like this. Owners are coming together in collusion to get players out they don't like. They don't like Russell Westbrook. He's temperamental with the media. Let's get him out. He's had his time. Now it's time to move on to a new guy. So this is the plan. Let's go new. Everybody wants to be new now. We need a new guy. We need this new thing. This thing is new. That's new. Let's stay new. Let's not do old. So now all of these newer players are getting these big contracts, and people are stunned. And they said Dillon Brooks got an $80 million deal. How? I thought we just blackballed Dillon Brooks. Thought the Memphis Grizzlies never did any of those things. They never said none of those words. Yet and still, they let those words ride about Dillon Brooks. Now, if the players fight about a contract that don't want something, the owners are colluding together to stop people from getting deals. Saying, nope, he's not going to get this money. I don't want him to get it. Don't you sign him. I won't sign him. So they're all coming together in a collusion to keep players out. Guys are out there on the market and can't get anything. So now Dame, somebody that want to move, now all of a sudden these guys are playing like, nope, I'm not going to do a business with him. I'm going to hold on to you. It's like, look, you know you're trading Dame. You are trying to extort another team to try to force them to make a deal with some other people so you can get more out of the deal just because you don't like Tyler Hero. But Dame, who y'all claim y'all love and y'all got so much out of before, it's just time to blow it up. Everybody go their separate ways. So this new tournament is a last gas for the NBA to try to gas and get some extra money in this. Jaylen Brown's new contract, which is ridiculous, is going to put a target on his back. Why? Because Jaylen Brown has opened his mouth about making some very different changes. Now, we're going to go into those changes a little later in the week. I wanted to get to that, but we had the fight to deal with. So the fight superseded a lot of things that needed to be discussed. So now that has been, put to the past. Now we can move forward with what we got to deal with because there's a lot going on. Right, exactly. They're not gonna let videos like this go anywhere because they're scared about what it's gonna say. I had no problem. See, that's the thing with me. I had no problem with anybody saying something different. Others too. But the sports, with the sports viewership being the way it is, it's scary for the NBA. They can't go. It's like they're living on week to week checks. The league. Everybody else seems to be thriving. They can't go like Major League Baseball and take and cut the season off and come back. They can't even afford it. When they had to come back to do those 4 months because they were like, we need to have some type of NBA Finals thing here. And it's like nobody even honored it. It doesn't even make sense to make it. So everybody was like, well, I don't even know what this is even about because it don't even make sense to have this that you got here. It was actually terrible. I saw it. I saw the layout, and I was just like, "This is weak, completely weak." Well, it's like this: the National Basketball Association has done a lot to harm itself when it really could have expanded the game and made the game interesting again. They catered to one player and using this one player to just bridge everything around, and it's totally just decimated the game. Well, if you look at it, what are you going to be dealing with? What are you going to be faced with? What is your main objective? What is your goals in life? What do you want to accomplish here? It's not happening. So for us, it's going to be a lot different. All these other people, they just making up stuff as they go. Like the NBA is right now trying to fish because they think everybody likes LeBron. What they found out in the bubble is LeBron had his lowest viewership of his entire career. When he's on the verge to win another championship, everybody's right there like, oh, he can win the championship. It's all up for Bron. Will he do it? What happened? What happened with Bron? Bron turned around and said no, no, and no. That's what happened. The fans said we're not interested in watching LeBron play a team where the players are hurt and it's just depleted. They done with this NBA Finals with LeBron and the Heat and all that stuff. They was just done. Yeah, walked away. They didn't have a reason to stay. That's what I try to tell people. I say, look, they didn't have a reason to stay. And if you don't have a reason to stay, there's no reason for them to even continue to move forward. It just makes no sense. So a lot of people said, why am I watch this game? They finna win, so ain't no need of me going to watch the last game. So they had the worst viewership ever. That when the Lakers won, damn near nobody saw it. They just like, look, we'll see what happens on the internet. They don't care. Respectfully, nobody cared, dog. Nobody cared. And because of that, the NBA was in shock. They were like, man, how we keep the people interested in LeBron? We got him AD. We thought the fans would be excited about, AD and LeBron. But what they found out is that people really just don't care about AD and LeBron. You're at a point now where this is all over. You know what I mean? Like, all this stuff here you talking about is over. It's done. There's not going to be anybody coming back talking about anything other than, like, LeBron's era when he was running the NBA. That stuff is over. You have to move past LeBron James. The reason the league is in despair is because you have not moved past LeBron James. The world's still waiting on it to happen. Y'all just won't allow it to happen. So everything started becoming stagnated. But all this time, somebody did it right. So tight, baby. The Kings. Yeah, the Kings done a lot back in those days, man. They all trying to do it. Like him giving $700 million, that's because it's international. Anything that's international is gonna have money in it. Soccer players are gonna make more money because soccer players know what the hell they doing when it comes to negotiating them contracts. They gonna get that money. They gonna get that bag. Man, I'm in the ghettos of all ghettos. Let me get the hell up out of here. Oh, that's Lewis Ave too. Damn. I'm way out, bro. I'm down there Zion. I better did these lights. Yeah, you come over here. So wherever Martin Luther King Boulevard is, there's some crime going on. Man stood for no violence. You can go anywhere in this world and you find a Martin Luther King Boulevard, oh, there's some crime going on there. Okay. Alright, we back around society a little bit. No, man, I never felt like that. The way I felt is quite simple. It's like this. Either you smoke or you get smoked. The viewerships is crazy right now. Who do you trust in the NBA to make a deal? You think David Stern cares about growing anything? David Stern cares about one thing, and one thing only. How in the world can the NBA and thank you very much. Well, how can the NBA grow and continuously grow? And the only way he could do that is international. Because we don't really care about the game anymore like that. We're so distracted with everything else. We'll sit back and watch the TikToks, the streams. So he wants the NBA all streamed. His main problem that he got is that TNT don't have an app. Turner is linked into a cable deal. They're a cable network. And the NBA has a contract with them. And the contract has to be renegotiated. But TNT is sticking with cable. They don't want the NBA to be on cable. Not guaranteeingly this is all we're gonna do is keep the game right here on cable. They don't want that. You know what they want? It's simple. What they want is simple. They don't mind the game being on cable, but they need to have an alternative option. You better have an app that somebody can download on a phone and have it accessible to everybody at all times. So they can count that as a viewership. Now, how is that gonna, so monies are gonna be lost. It's so hard to protect against all of these other different activities. So a lot of revenue is going to change hands, and guys and players are going to have to start taking veteran minimums. And you got all these guys that are getting $600 million and all of these, they're finna reduce all that now. See, all the brothers thought they were gonna come in the league and get all this money. You're gonna have to be extraordinary now. All that Moscow and all those guys getting 60, 70 million, those days is over. Those days are now over for. You better learn how to swim, because the league is changing. There are going to be less and less jobs for you to take. The international players are taking these jobs every year. They're getting more and more in the league. Some of the Euros are taking over. They've already taken over. They've been running the league for the last 3-4 years, and now they got an NBA title to prove it. Giannis got one. Now the Joker got one. What are you talking about? The top 5 players in the league, the majority of them are international. Wake up. They know where the money's at. International. Really? So is that what everybody think now, huh? If NBC buys the NBA, that's not their problem. The problem is how you're going to market your game when your most appeasing players are on the NBA app. You know, people get to see them on the app. They're not getting to see them in their light that they should be seeing them. That's a problem. It's a major problem. These guys should be highlighted and greenlit. Well, instead of them being highlighted, they have been shunned. There's a lot of people being shunned. Oh, you was on there? I didn't even know Mr. Bailey was on there tonight. John talked up the whole interview on Robodo Radio. Jesus Christ. John talked for about 2 hours. I'm like, John, my God, it's been about 2 hours. I was just trying, that's why I wanted to go quick and just get everything off, because I pretty much talked about a lot already, but I wanted to get some things off that I didn't do in the video. But my goodness, John went for like, it was like 8:30, almost 9 o'clock. The show was about 2 hours long before they go to the back cage hours. I'm like, Jesus, John wasn't here to get a prediction, so John made up for everything. John like, look, I wasn't here last time. It's John time. The book of John. I'm like, man, John. I wouldn't say the best players are all foreign born now. No, they're just more technical and more skilled because here we don't really teach skills anymore. Now we had great talented players, but the skill sets were taught. The game. Guys like Penny Hardaway, those guys were polished. They had the height, the size, and everything else, but Penny was polished. He came in the game like that. When he was at Memphis, he was the best player in college. I knew that. I didn't care who they took at number one. Penny Hardaway was that guy. There was nobody better than Penny. They was like C-Webb. I'm like, C-Webb's good, and Pim and Penny was 1 and 2. But I was like, to me, Penny Hardaway is the best player in college. But they just didn't have the popularity of the 5'5". And I remember showing my cousin a Memphis game. He was like, who is that? I said, that's the best player in college right there. It's Penny Hardaway. I remember it was a guy on Ohio State team when Greg Oden them and they won the championship, and I said, that player better. And he made it to the league and had a career galore. And I said, what did I tell you? Told you he was the guy on the team. I forgot his name. My God. I forget his name. Hey, blessing. What's up, Cornell? Yeah, but that guy, man, he was something else. Mike Conley. That's it. That was Mike Conley. And I said, that guy's balling. Mike Conley. That dude was, man, I said, man, that dude could ball. His shot wasn't all the way there, like it is now. He had a good mid-range, but well, we'll see. When it's all said and done, we'll see. Well, disappointment is what's like on the table now. Everybody is selling disappointments. Like if you go to Steak and Shake, right? And they say, I'm sorry, welcome to Steak and Shake, but we don't have shakes right now. What? What are you doing open? How are you Steak and Shake and you don't have shakes? You can't provide the shakes. Now, we're going to talk about Mark Jackson probably later on tonight, or either, damn, they closed. Okay, all right, they closed. You dirty SOBs. Yep, they closed. I just got here late. Are you? Oh, it's okay. Yeah, white boy almost killed himself doing white boy stuff. Being stupid. Sorry. I'm like, you gonna be sorry. He doing some type of stupid game with his friends and he jumping out in front of a car. Just clumsy. Don't even see the car coming. About to get ran right over. But because I know he's a silly white guy who don't understand what's going on out here, and he's playing with his friends, playing white boy games, and he almost fell right in front of the car. Sad. I mean, he may be back in Dallas. I mean, who's going to take him? But do you want him back? I mean, what you getting out of him? Like, he can get us a touchdown if he's on the one. Sure. But that just goes to show you, this is why the NFL has 16, 17 million viewers. Because it's all about the team. The fans can get behind the team. They can always change the numbers. The numbers don't have to be there. The numbers don't have to even matter. They can change that number every week. Don't matter. What needs to stay is the team. Nobody cares about them numbers. That's why they keep the helmet on. Majority of them got them helmets on. They ain't thinking about replacing the helmets. So when the players go, you don't really know what they look like. You can't tell it all. The NFL is not built like that. The NFL is built around, we're built around the military, we're built around the country, and we built around, they're not even that international. They don't care. They got people who will watch the NFL because it's not that many games. NBA, they play 82 games. In the NFL, hell, you lose 3 games, you could be out the playoffs. You could be out the mix. You start 0-3, 0-4, you ain't making it nowhere. You got 17, now it's 18 games in the season. You got preseason. It's done. You play 1 game a week. So you gotta wait a whole week to see your team play again. It's that limited access. The rarity. Every game matters. Baseball got 100 and some games. If you feel like, I don't know, this team is 64 and 55, you know, it's like It's like, what are we doing here? Do you really need that many baseball games? But now you can't change it because the contract structures, the incentives in the contract. So now if you change the games, how you gonna change the structuring of the contracts? I mean, the fight was sold. You know, like, people could talk it up, draw it up, however they want. The fight was sold. People knew what they were going to do, and that was that. Now, we're going to get everything done, and that's going to be like the end of everything. Please. They got a lot to do before they come to that, bro. Oh, I'm done with the league. I'm not watching the games no more. I'm out. I might watch a game with my boys, like when the Eagles play the Cowboys. Other than that, I'm done. I'm out. That's the way they cheated Brady, the way they cheated the Eagles. I'm done. I can't go for another cheating ass Super Bowl. I almost lost my mind. Nah, I'm done. I'm going to college. Going back to where it mattered. Start betting those games. I ain't bet on the betting app in a minute. I just got money sitting there. I might as well put some money to work. Go bet on the games tomorrow since I'm doing all this talk. Anyway, look at CP. Yep, still in there riding for them doggone Kansas City Chiefs. Well, I can't wait till they get rid of this Mahomes, dude. They building the whole league around this bum. Gonna bring down the damn viewerships. Dealing with him, an arcade quarterback. Yeah, they got some Netflix special about him and his wife. We're expecting another baby. I was like, ugh. I was like, I thought this was about quarterback. Well, Burrow's a better quarterback than Mahomes. But then again, it's hard to say, but no, it ain't. Burrows could actually quarterback. He can stand in the pocket and make a pass. Mahomes can't do that. Mahomes got to run around like a little third grader. Flick. I'm like, this is not football. This is like some backyard football crap. And I'm like, why are they praising him for doing this? If I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm breaking my doggone pad in half. They're like, but we scored a touchdown, coach. I'm like, I don't care. Run the damn plays. Why are we paying wide receivers for and having them run routes and if they ain't gonna be open on the routes? Because the ball ain't gonna be there. They ain't gonna be wide open. You're gonna be doing there. I'm still scrambling them. Here I am. Oh, wait a minute. Throw it over my head. Let's go get it. I can't deal with this. If he blows up another football play because he can't stay in the pocket and make a pass and be a damn quarterback, the line don't even be broken down yet. He just automatically just blows up the play and just starts trying to freak and juke and do all this stuff. And that's how he got hurt. Then it messed up their plan, so they soggied up the field so the Eagles couldn't go in there and knock him out. Field was terrible. So they could protect Mahomes. It's ridiculous, man. Just thinking about it's got me sick to my stomach. The Eagles should be the champions right now. They got completely robbed. Completely ripped off for the Super Bowl. I'm pissed right now. Rob Brady against the Cowboys. The guy's holding the guy on the edge. Oh my God. Letting Dak just run around the corner. I'm like, he's holding him. That's holding. That is a blatant hold. It's right in front of you, ref. What the hell are you doing? I'm not happy. Not happy about it one bit. Not one bit. Man, I'm pissed off. What's up, kids? Man, they ain't got me pissed off already. Now just think about this damn football. Yeah, I've been driving for an hour. You ain't lying. I've been driving for an hour. No, where I went was closed. I drove a whole hour out here. And then I'm like, all right, I drove for an hour. They still ain't open. All right, the hell with it. Patricia Mahomes. Yeah, he's got a strong arm. I wouldn't say he's accurate. Well, the guy from Buffalo got to step up. But I blame Buffalo for that. You can't have your quarterback throwing the ball 60-something times. If your quarterback is throwing the football around 60-plus times, guess what's going to happen, fellas? He's going to throw an interception very soon. And once he throws the interception, guess what's going to happen, fellas? The game's going to be over. Run the damn ball. You have a running back for a reason. The running back's there to run the ball. So why don't you have the running back running the ball? Well, you got the quarterback running, then you got him passing 60 times, and you got him doing the majority of the running. Guess what your quarterback gonna be? Tired. And then he's gonna make some in-air throws. And it's gonna cost you the game, and you're gonna be out in the playoffs again. So winning all those damn games don't mean nothing when you screw up when it really matters. That's why the NFL got 17 million viewers per game. The exclusiveness of it. The rarity is important. All these things matter. Now, I'm going to go see here. Now I'm doing Plan B stuff. Something that Errol Spence didn't have. I'm out.